Alex?
You put 5 groups of like 2 little things over there.
Right, so what's your answer? Positive or negative?
Oh, positive. Oh, negative.
Negative, and then negative what? Do you have 5 groups with 2 negatives in each group? 5 times 2 is
10.
10. Okay. What if I take negative 2 times negative 5? Who can tell me the answer? Kaden?
It'll be 10.
Okay.
If they're both negatives.
Nope, let's not go there. Okay. Negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3. You can tell me the answer. Marvin? 30? Do you agree?
Yes.
Here's some yes and no's. Okay. So let's try it this way. So negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. We already said that. Times negative 3 is negative 30. Okay. Again, if you figure out a rule, keep quiet. Let's see if others can figure out the rule. What if I have negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3 times negative 2 again? You can tell me the answer. Shia, what do you think?
Oh, that'll be 60.
60? Positive or negative? Okay. Do we agree with her?
Hold on. Yes, I agree.
Okay, so negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. It's positive.
I think that's right.
Times negative 3 is
Negative
30. We already have that. Times negative 2 is going to be
60.
positive 60. Negative times a negative, we said a negative times a negative was a positive. So if I have a negative times a negative, my answer is going to be positive.
Wait, then how would your last one be a negative?
Because I had a negative times a positive, which gave, or a negative times a negative, which gave me a positive, and a positive times a negative, gave me a negative.
And then negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3 times negative.
Okay, negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3 times negative 2
Times negative 7.
times negative 10. You can tell me the answer. Sam?
Negative 600.
Negative 600, do we agree?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody think they can have come up with a rule yet? Some of us still aren't, so we'll keep going. Negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3 times negative 2 times negative 10 times negative 1. What do you think the answer is? Often? Not negative 160. Negative 600.
Wait, it wouldn't be a negative 600. It'd be 600.
It's negative 600.
Wait, I thought our last one was negative. Because it was negative. Our last one should have been negative.
It is negative 600. Oh, so this one is, sorry.
Yeah, this one was
Positive.
positive.
Yep.
Our last one was negative.
Okay. What do we think the rule is, Shia?
Every even number, like multiplication, it's going to be a positive. Every odd, it's going to be negative.
Okay, so kind of, almost. What? Just a little more specific, Colby.
If they're the same, if both are negative, then it's going to be a positive. But if they're different,
You got further away.
what's
Yes?
So, on the first one, or when the last one is negative,
No.
the first one is positive, it's gonna be a
No. Brian?
If you're multiplying negatives and you have more than 2, then every other will be positive, negative, positive, negative.
Shia was,
positive, negative.
you're correct, but Shia's was a little more, there's just one thing that Shia didn't have there.
So if you multiply 2
I
of
think she
them,
meant it, she just didn't say it.
if you multiply 2 of them, you get an even number, and so then if you multiply another one, you get an odd one, and then when you multiply another 2, you get another 8.
Yes, that's kind of what Shai. You want to add to your Shai?
Oh, you're saying
So if you have like an even number of them, then
Of what?
like an even number, like times each other,
1, 3,
it's
5,
gonna be like a negative. And with the odd, it's gonna be positive. Or no, the other way around.
Okay, so what if I had negative 2 times negative 5 times 3?
It's gonna be
It's going to be a 30. It's going to be a negative.
Okay, negative 2 times negative 5 is
It's going to be positive. It's going to be positive.
10. 10 times 3 is 30. So it's not the number of numbers, it's the number of what? Landon?
So if it's say odd, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
No.
No, because she just showed that.
Brian?
If there's more, like, you can multiply them with using their absolute value. But if there's more negatives than the positives, then your answer.
No. Landon, what are you doing? Go to your chair. Okay, let me ask you this. How many negatives do I have in this problem?
One.
2. Oh, 2, 4, 2.
How many negative numbers do I have in that problem?
One.
2 including your answer.
Okay,
What? Not excluding.
let's keep quiet because we're just kind of shouting things. And let's think about what I'm actually asking before you shout. How many of those numbers are negative? Samantha. 1. Was your answer positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Oh.
Okay. How many here? How many numbers in that problem are negative?
2.
Lachlan?
if it's an even amount of negatives, then it'll be a positive.
It's an even number of negatives. Your answer is going to be positive.
That's what I meant.
If you have an odd number of negatives, your answer is negative. Here, I have 2 numbers that are negative, and my answer is positive. Here, I have 3 numbers, and my answer is negative. Here, even though I still had 2 negatives and a positive, 2 of them were negative, therefore, that's an even number, and my answer is positive. So in your notebooks, in your table of contents, on page 27, you're going to title it multiply / divide integers.
25 and 26.
Adding and subtracting. And you're going to write the rule. So in your table of contents, you write that. Then when you turn to page 27, we're going to write even number of negative numbers. The answer will be positive. So an even number of negative numbers, the answer will be positive. You can write it out. Underneath that, then you can use your negatives. We're going to write, for example, a negative times a negative is a positive. If I have a negative times a positive times a negative, my answer is still positive. If I have 4 negatives, so like negative times negative times negative times negative, my answer will be positive. Make sure
wait. If it's it's negative times positive. I'm so
Even number of negatives, you'll get a positive answer.
yeah, because it's positive. What are we adding in? Are we multiplying by?
Integer.
Integers.
Integer.
Okay. Then I want you to write odd number of negative numbers. The answer will be what?
Negative. Negative.
Oh, water.
Okay, for example, a positive times a negative is a negative. A negative times a negative times a negative is a negative.